Hi, I'm Joe and I received the All-on-X dental implants from Stubbs Dental. So I have been dealing with gum disease for a good chunk of my life. I had a hereditary gum disease and I started losing my teeth. Started losing them when I was in my early 30s, and by the time I got to Stubbs, I only had probably 3 or 4 teeth left in my mouth inside of bridges. And so I was getting desperate. The bridges were starting to break and I knew I needed to do something because I was tired of not smiling, tired of not being me and feeling like me. Oh, it affected my confidence in a big way, in the fact that, like, if you look at old photos of me, I never smiled. My mouth was always closed. When I was in public, it affected me, like at work and other places where I just didn't want to open my mouth very much to talk, because I knew if I started laughing, people would know that I didn't have any teeth. I remember walking in that very first day and just feeling like everybody was so excited and they were so positive about the procedure was going to work for me and all these things. Like, I never had a doubt in it for a second that whatever I was going to have to go through, that it wasn't going to be the end result that I wanted. The one thing that I do remember that really stood out for me was when they did the photo of me with the way my mouth was and what my mouth could be, and I started to cry because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what I want. So at the time that I had the procedure, I was type 2 diabetic. And so they told me that it was going to take 6 months to heal. I buckled down with my diet and my medications and all these things. And by the time I got to that recovery, I was actually, my A1C was getting way low. And so I was technically not diabetic anymore, but they still wanted me to go through the long healing process because they didn't want to take any chances. They wanted to make sure that everything was held in place tight. Before I got my temporaries, everything was fine. I really didn't have any problems. Then I remember the very next day going into the office and getting my temporaries and thinking, okay, this is my first step in getting to where I want to be. And then we struggled for the first, from November probably until February. One bridge after another would break, and it was because I found out I was grinding my teeth. So after the 3rd or 4th broken bridge, they switched me to a new style of bridge and they gave me a night guard to wear, and I stopped breaking bridges. And Dr. Kershaw told me afterwards that because of that experience with me, that she was going to start people with the newer style and not the older style, so that they could save money by not having people break their bridges like I did. But once we got to that point, I had 0 problems, and I actually got my teeth ahead of schedule. I smile more. At the seminar, I had this headshot taken, and I still have to train myself how to smile, because I haven't smiled in so long, and it's a work in progress. But you see it in pictures. You know, my smile looks great, but just the confidence knowing that I can smile and that I can speak, and that I'm not embarrassed by what people see when I speak. And then just my day-to-day interactions with my family, with my coworkers, I can laugh at funnies when maybe I wouldn't have laughed because I was embarrassed of what was going on in my mouth. I've had people complimenting me left, right, and center for my smile, and that just, that warms the heart. That makes all the sacrifices and the hard times worth it when people look at you and say, oh my gosh, your smile looks amazing. And I have to say, I owe that to Stubbs. I would say that you need to be patient through the process. It's not an easy procedure. It's not an easy healing process, but it's worth, if you can just see it through to the end, it's absolutely worth it. Your smile is worth something. It's not just on your face. It's actually who you are. It's part of your personality. And that's the thing that I am trying to find, and I'm trying to refine again in my life, is be able to have that confidence that I can smile in any given situation, and it's a reflection of who I am as a person. Look at it from a more holistic standpoint and say, this is going to affect my life for the rest of my life. And if that's worth it to you, then it's worth not only the financial, but it's also worth all of the pain. It's worth all of the frustration that can happen. It's worth all of discouragement that you feel when you're not healing as fast as you think you should. Whatever complications there may arise, it's going to be worth it. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, was because I wanted people to know that it's not slam dunk for everybody, and I'm living proof that it's not. but I am also living proof that it is 100% worth it.